lazima ga independence kabetalo abantu bali batende okwefuga now inyo bukya mujja mu bwebembezi independence muri kanwa akayire abantu bagetegerize kandi kuo abantu befugire kuo Okay, sazini bokusanga umuntu aine chikapu kya sente na akiba ati no sobora kubaza. So ino kwefuga ati kyo kinu kandi akanyama kyo kinu kandi ekinu kyo kinu kandi ekinu etaba emwani okay Bob twaraga ka raw materials Queen So chairman, by then obugabo bwali butalo that independence ekabetalo kwefuko kungo ndi free kugenda hero kasaba ino busobozi kutabara ibintu kwenda ebihereza abantu Okay.
yakwereza kiri ekyana kintu kyankali kyeteko bigezwa buli tukaba tuyine tutawulire ekigegwe hakuri kandi kasudi na mpara hanwaitu utawulitawuli abukwana kwa wizira kwa hali ya magombororo.
Okay.
Sonka bukwa tuyine ekite kikwito gwetwazi obusobozi burugahayi bugakomba that is the
Decentralization.
ekyo kiri kimu kyokuleka obugabe bw'omuntu kwetwera mu kikyo semeye ko.
Okay.
Nora tuyine LC1 tuyine LC2 tuyine LC3 tuyine LC5 tuyine parliament abantu banyakula hakyaro LC1 ekyo parliament bya kansela abekyalo ekyona baba bakansela bakurasi alukulato lwekyalo.
Okay. Chairman ntolenga kumaliza ningoza kwa masimu akaire katwalirize mu myaka nkagana gumwe tumaze Uganda tuli mu merema nimanya ngo bunde ebirungi tubitungire yese baitu ntumanya ngo bunde ninkana mbero kuroro bunde mbero kwetaga habehe mpingisa yingisa kurangwa abantu batungo bagumza batungo berezo burungi briefly challenges zirinka obuli bwenguzi obwo abayire okarabuli. Yes. Kuwanika nkwine yes. PDM, yes. Okay, webale chairman webale muno bwire butusindikire chairman kuguzikaguzo bundi kemu niko tumya masimu kabiri kali deka nko ya masimu kabiri asatu habwe songa ya kaire lines open atuliza hero kutogeteho azio msanju mnana kali deka tufuna masimu ka asatu abakaire lines open musanju mnana 0 na zio musanju 5 alini kaganira na ibere utsoboreho mu myaka gana gumwe Uganda tumazire tuli mukwefuga kerukinu bikibe kusaba bunde birukurango bunde habere mu na chairman batsobora hebyo tunaho halayin echo kwenda kumukaguza no ikizo kumukaguza na yugire cyo kaguza yikyabo yesala
na tuke mkugo na kusima na mkugo
yego
na ninkaguza abakomereye mu abo o Paris Development Modo wa PDM nibo bonyine abandi basemerirwe oba onkuruganga ma kete nibo bali basenyo batali nebo
nibo bali basemerira chairman wa Kyure nibo bali basemerira
abantu bali YouTube channel ya Britop FM bali YouTube
harabanya kwa YouTube chairman.
Yes. Aona gambire nwaru kumanya Daniel mwebara abarungi kwereza yitwe nkabantu nitwetera enduru omuntu namara ata wiki ibiri omutawuni kanso abyamireho hanyuma yokufa bakamutwara irwaro bamutwarayo kukorayo ki bakumuyambire atakafire nitusasa mawe rufire sasa na rufire
ba de kache abantu malizo non yes alo
alo
kurunga sibiti
abona kurungisha mugenyo ondo batizahura ati nyoni shima government ya NRM
webari
eteza kala tukarura ubuzi bwa mane muno
webari muno
moto ile bugambiro
amina
no dole pali ibiri ngweno kumekali utakumbeka enjo bojo musherenda ahanga tumukarura
webale and then on bamwesenu wahereza Sarif thanks my granddad for that great discussion. I wish you happiest Independence Day. As a person, I am not celebrating independence, but I celebrate being a Ugandan. Wahereza Sarif mubende
atenyi wenye dakika emu habake tugenda makuru mu Rungereza turakuyongeza maisha aho turatubwiro burukumara turaga abantu
abanzo malira hano kana akachweka tugende mu makuru then niko tujya kugana
abantu bakaragira groups bazikora abantu bano support abantu abanki kacyaro iyo nabataka iyo mwayikomere mu abantu bagwa semerere undi bakasemerere
ekimesa bali basemerere ko bakabokomera kyaro kali chairman tumalize tugenda makuru
ndene cyo muntu onanya kumise kwere so gupfa bayidukira kimuntu omunya Uganda wena kakuba no muntu ngogwa byambi kujyo nanese bwawe gendo kabanza ukakora ukagambira abantu wako
okay
tumanya takabara ebirebyo nayi no murora ati kumanyisa nabana bayizire kumiyaba bakamuyaba maze kisekire nje afi
okay
bakabanyira ati ukabujyo nanese bwawe nayi ngumugwaye kumenya Uganda kula no gambira abakwatu wako
so oikirizo muliriza omukuru ono lieutenant tujja kubantu mukuongera hanyuma ya makuru habo dakika obundi enka 10 asobole kuba na bumba oikirizo tubege kya muhumwiza habo akaire kanu habo makuru mu Rungereza lieutenant tujja kubantu kugarukira hanyuma ya makuru mu dakika 10.
The news in English on 98.0 Britop FM.
Museveni says if he was in the US, he would be a billionaire. Magistrate remanded over theft of 402 million shillings. Uganda's future is still being gambled after 61 years of independence. Good evening, dear listener. Thank you for listening to 98.0 Britop FM. It's 9th of October 2023 and the time is 8 p.m. This is our evening news read to you by Vivian Amara. President Museveni has underscored the role of regional integration, noting that if he was in the United States of America, which has a big market, he would now be among the billionaires. Museveni said USA is successful because they united the 13 colonies and they kept on expanding. If he was in the US, he would be a billionaire now because he would sell all his beef throughout the whole of America, which has rich people. He would sell his milk, bananas and fruits, but now here, we take them to Kenya. They stop you. The following day they open, then Burundi, Rwanda, and that's why we are here. Museveni was speaking during the 61st Independence Day celebrations at Kitukumboma grounds, making a case of regional integration. The president said Uganda produces large quantities of maize, beef, milk, coffee, and bananas, among others, but was quick at point that little is consumed locally and the rest lacks market. He, however, noted that with regional integration, it would be a prosperity for the producers of these goods. Mathias Mpuga, the leader of the opposition in parliament, has raised concerns about Uganda's future, which he believes remains uncertain due to what he perceives as a lack of true democracy. In a statement marking Uganda's 61st independence anniversary, Mpuga expresses disappointment with the journey of the nation since independence. He believes it reminds Ugandans of the significant shortcomings in their transition from colonial rule. Mpuga points to the aspirations of Uganda's founding fathers for a nation where citizens would have complete control and better governance than what the colonialists left behind. However, he urged that Uganda has fallen short in three key areas. One major concern is the removal of presidential term limits in the 1995 constitution, favoring NRM government led by President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Mpuga believes this has affected the country's democratic principles. Let's hear from Mathias Mpuga.
Our democracy has failed to evolve because we had thought that we would do better than the colonial master and give our people true democracy as enshrined in the 1995 Constitution, and at the helm of that consensus was the predicate of a two-term president. But what gave everybody comfort was that, after all, even if you are very powerful, that power is limited to only 2 terms. So the removal of the 2-term limit was a major setback in our democratic transition. That's why we have failed transition as a nation. Our democracy is still a casino. We are gambling, and the future is very uncertain.
He also highlighted issues related to resource allocation, stating that power often determines the distribution of national resources, leaving marginalized communities with inadequate access to education, healthcare, and infrastructure. And this is still Mathias Mpuga.
We have not yet agreed on a formula to share national resources. But the sharing of national resources is skewed towards those with power, but not a matter of sharing resources from the contributors from their different regions and communities. Communities that are contributing immensely to our development are marginalized with poor education, poor infrastructure, poor health. Their children cannot access key services. I think this is the major violation of the duty of the state towards the people. But if we had evolved a system for sharing resources, we would have stopped all these problems.
Furthermore, Mpuga emphasized the need to decentralize power from the central government to the regions. He urged that the concentration of power within a small group could lead to disaster, and that after 61 years of independence, mechanisms should be in place to address this issue.
We haven't yet evolved and mastered a consensus for power sharing as a country. Human nature hates being dominated by a small group. To dominate power and dominate everyone is unacceptable. So therefore, in this stage and time, after 61 years, inability to evolve a proper mechanism of sharing power, either through political parties or a political formula that will disentangle power from the center to the regions, is a recipe for disaster in this country. It will be the next cause of civil strife in this country. That a small group really takes over and others must really beg is very dangerous for this country.
Businesses in Kamboja and surrounding areas have been forced to close. It came after the military and the police stopped National Unity Platform supporters and their leaders from converging at their headquarters for a press conference and national prayers for those allegedly killed, arrested, and kidnapped in the 3 years of the party's existence. The National Unity Platform Party President Robert Kyagulanyi, aka Bob Wine, was said to be the chief celebrant. However, today morning, police and army sealed off all roads leading to the NUP headquarters and blocked both traffic and pedestrians. Those who insisted on moving were promptly arrested and driven to Chira Road Police Station. It is not yet known how many have been arrested so far. However, among those arrested are NUP Secretary General David Lewis Lubongoya, spokesperson Joel Senyonyi, and Freddie Nyanze, the Secretary for Mobilization. The trial is being kept in Chira Road Police. Also arrested is one Bishop Tom Sange William from Mitiana, who was later to lead the prayers. Speaking at the checkpoint where he was stopped from continuing to the NUP offices, Tom Sange said it was unfortunate that the government was stopping people from holding prayers on a day that Uganda gained independence. This is Tom Sange.
Taata Katonda omuyinza ebintu byonna golokoka otulwanirire ng'eggwanga lino erya Uganda tufune emirembe gwe Katonda zaatuyamba emirembe gyonna eggwanga nga liwambiddwa Mukama golokoka ojja otulwanirire ng'eggwanga lino erya Uganda tusobole okufuna emirembe nga bannayuganda tusobole okusaba tusobole Mukama okuba n'eddembe kubanga ensi eno yo Mukama gwe Katonda alonda abakulembeze bwe tubanga ayi Katonda omukulembeze gwe watuwa nga takyatukkiriza na kusaba Mukama mukyuse otuwa omukulembeze anatusobozesa okusaba anatukkiriza tube n'emirembe mu nsi yaffe Mukama tukwebaza kubanga olina okusaba kwaffe era omaze okukikola mu linnya lya Yesu.
Before their arrest, Senyonyi said they were surprised by the security deployment. He said as a political party, they have a right to meet their supporters for whatever activities they deem fit. Let's hear from Senyonyi.
Twakedde ku makya poliisi n'amagye nga gazizeeko ekitebe kyaffe tebakkiriza muntu kuyingira nga buli ajjawaawo babakwata babakuba n'ebirala byonna kyennyamiza nti lero olunaku lw'ameefuga independence kitegeeza eddembe ne kakati ffe ekibiina ekiwandiike tetulina ddembe kibategeezaako ogamba eddembe okutukkiriza obuvunaanyizibwa bwaffe ng'ekibiina okukola emirimu gyaffe tugezezaako okwengejinga bakomandazi abali wano ba poliisi n'amagye neera mulalabe nga batwebalama kubanga bamanyi kye bakola kikyamu tekikkirizibwa mu mateeka kyovudula batya n'okukyogerako buli omu agamba temwogera nange mugende eri era ndooza bwe tugenda eri nabo bajja tugamba nti mugende awalala kansuubire nti kino kijja kuzzaamu bannayuganda amaanyi nti munnange ate be tutya be basinga n'okututya kwaka kati abantu bano batya press conference batya okusaba obusabi tetugambe nti tugenze Namboole oba tugenze ku City Square ku kitebe kyaffe neera balaga nti bakitya ffe ng'ekibiina munaye tetugenda kukondooka kubanga tuli kibiina ekiwandiike tetugenda kubanga ba Museveni bo bakwata mundu genda mu nsiko kola buyeekera ffe buli kye tukola kiri mu mateeka so tetugenda pondooka era tujja kuba tubabuulira engeri gye tugenda okuzzaako activities ez'enjawulo ng'ekibiina ekiwandiike.
For his part, Rwangoya expressed concern over the arrest of his party members for no good reason. He said what has happened today is a testimony that the state is very fearful that same people it claims to be ruling. Let's hear from Rwangoya.
When we say that this is a criminal regime that takes over this country, you can see what we mean. Because today we had invited the families of victims, old women, old fathers who, have been blocked, some of them arrested, and that kind of thing. So we condemn that in the strongest terms possible, but the people of Uganda should not give in or give up. Our struggle will end in victory. And I think this is clear to show you that these people fear the people so much. So for us, what we can call upon the people through our mobilization and teams and everything, let us understand our power as a people. These people fear any gathering. So when our president communicated that today we are coming for prayers, automatically they got to fear so much. But also it is clear that those who are celebrating independence don't know what they're talking about, because you cannot be in a country that says it got independence 61 years ago and see what is going on in this country.
Alex Waiswa Mufumbiro, the NOB deputy spokesperson, says that security forces' actions of arresting people shows that Uganda is not yet independent. Let's hear from Alex Waiswa.
Nti ebintu ebikolebwa mu Uganda kati mu myaka nga tumaze gisuka 5 okufuna obwetwaze obugambi bwanti bwali bwetwaze nti nakyemalira akyakozesa obukodyo obw'abanazi obw'abafasisito obw'aba Benito Mussolini abuleese kati mu 21st century okusolvinga obutayagalibwa naye enkola y'okutiisatiisa enkola y'ekiwamba abantu enkola y'okukwata ku mugigi guno tekyasobola kukola era kya buswavu nnyo eri abo bonna abeerimbika nti batambula ne gavumenti y'ono musibira mu bbwa kanywa musaayi nga bino abikola nga mulaba ne mulowooza nti tugenda kusigala nga tulina
The Chief Magistrates Court in Mebi District has remanded Peter Kechan Prosper, the Grade 2 Magistrate of Bali Magistrates Court in Kayunga District, Court prison on charges of theft of money meant to compensate the community. The court presided over by Mr. Cyrus Senoga Amawano heard from the prosecution that Kechan, who was mediating the land conflict between the Ministry of Defense and the 67 community members of Kuyo in Agal for the compensation in relation to the damages caused by UPDF in 2003, ended up swindling the money totaling 402 million shillings. The prosecution also contends that Kechan received the money from the Ministry of Defense to compensate the community but failed to deliver the money to the community members. This then forced the community members to seek justice through courts. Mr. Kechan, aged 55, is a resident of Panyango in Pakwacha district and was remanded until October 13, 2023, when he shall return to court for a bail hearing. Thank you, dear listener, for listening to 98.0 Britop FM. That has been our evening news, read to you by Vivian Amara. Have a blessed night.
That was the news in English on 98.0 Britop FM.
Right, tabaruka imakuru ebyo byandemere ebintu byandemere bimari ebi nibyo kandi kali ntukumizamu ntekaniza bale program and those who are watching us ntubasimwe bale kutugoza nokutondera okurabya mikutu eyetali MNM, that is YouTube channel. Please anya kuine smartphone genda simu yawe tekaho genda YouTube teka 98.0 Britop FM oja kusanga ntekaniza ezo kande aja gumizamu mpora now ntukumizamu na chairman NRM atenye lieutenant yabona Wilson niko tumaririze nakatumeleka kaitane zile kutumaririza atenye twakutangira sorry baitu tugonza atumari ntekaniza enu then agaruke mbimari ebi bikagwizibwe hoga then hamuna yiwe anya kuinexigayire cyo konda kumukaguza then ajya ojya kumukaguza then anyuma nakyo garuke mukurungi muno mudake butayite muno batuhereza bunu tumaririze yes mudake obuko busigayire yobunu then ko tumaririze ningenda kusoma messages nakurabire YouTube ninja kusoma messages nakurabire YouTube then nyongere nsome na messages ezinakurabire studio lines obudaki kabuke muno then ko tumaririze entekaniza entugame tekaniza ezindi onagambire ababiri nabata ababiri mwebale program Joakim amuna chairman natenyi ogu nawe ayebale ebi aliyo natsoborao thank you ababiri nabatangira moto network mwebale program omusomesa Kikuba Church of Uganda kale webale okay ndenga okufuna chairman mudaka utayitonda kusigaye bunu then niko tumaririze ebe nabito abuhura ebinyakuri mu bitebe ebindi nebashiyema nibolekya ngo tebatungire independence habukuba ngo batungire kutabenezebo kwa amani omirimo yabo now chairman NRM na twegaitaho niko tumaririze chairman twegaite mudaka utayitonda muno tumaririze chairman twegaite mudaka utayitonda tumaririze then niko tugemese ntekanize zindi now ebitebe bitali bimu na bimu hibo nibolekya okutasemerera kwabo kandi mwahura abekitebe kya National Unity Platform bone bagamba ngo still takabeireho okwefuga nibolekya ngo hakyaro still kunyigirizibwo kwa amani habo kuba aba muri abo tebarukwikirizibwa kukora emirimo yabo ngoko kisemereriye chairman reka tumaririze obora bwene yakayire kwekaguze bini kabisa tu I think rukusembere yogo muguruse atenye zahura uwa asimirege busima
ubwo msemerere irwe mona abo kwana amanya kikiro
so reka nkweyo kaguzo kabisa tu then ko turaga abantu ese nganjani
hello wasibota je wakim
kurungo loti
one potina
yes pot orikimoka hano
atubukiro kino baje kwata kusara office za platform uba kimanyirege batango ni baje kwesalinga kandi kiro kikyamefuga gaitu kurango na government arobwe kwiteka kora mu nsozi
atenye muriro
muhurire
kayo bodan aba National Unity Platform babahakanizege kugumza basabe sara zabo babege nibagoza kusabira abagenzi babanyakuri mu nkomo banyabahumwire imirimo yensi yenu no kongera kusabira ihanga baito balemese bwabo
barazire kubasabira kirukino
niko kiro kibatungire kusabira abantu babo
kandi babayini benza kusaba basabire police bayikiza bukwa noja kusobanute ko point haro cyane
otokoine kibaye kwikiriza bakutungira urukusa kuga police
no because it is gathering akwa kusaba haro ebintu byakura identified haro church haro muzigiti that's all it is like a shrine kumaragarisa abantu kabateka hari because ebiro bino tutinda ekise kinda abantu kibatakamanyira ebiro bino tutinda ADF bakagunaga kakuba abantu abo besoza batamanyirize police nkagunaga kaja kabatera mu bomu tukujya kurana bagama te government iriye batera mu bomu so it is the role of the police to protect their lives chonga kandi baranwena to protect your life kandi ukaba violence automatically arwekirege cyugama police inokozesa amani agasemerire kuzama amani agasemerire
kakwereze abantu kabasatu yala
zo kimo
yego
omusaija guna shimoji bakamu habo kuba wakanagamba kusamungu zo wakabana ishimba abukaruke nare mu bakiya kuzira abantu mu makaru
niwo yakumukaguza
nicyori kibambali obura simungu hareke no kubali
agambira hata
ngo enguze kyaloho but I think nguna chairman tagambege enguze hoyireho
aine cyabarize cyaturukize n'ikendeke
agambire enguiwe obwale no komwa uko kujya mu ntebege yolimwe ya kwebembere kitebe kya NRM district ngo nayiwe oinengeri wakozesezemu emihandege yo kugulira abami mu colleges niko bakwakaruru
ndeka mugarukemu obo nikimanya akabata kunsagika kimeti kandi barana kimanye ngaga basente mukaguze nkamuha sente zinga yoka chairman wenaremu itoka chairman wenaremu of course me in the hameri abantu bakampaka ro hameri aba bali bayizire mu guyija nibo bali baletire mu sente nicyo kururanti abali banyesimbira abandi sente bazigabira ka kalitonsari abandi bakabakwata babakwatira kuri rugura junction babagamba mugaruka Kampala na sente zumbayire muri esiri umurayika niki nanka mubende mu reporting a police mu rugamba gendo uru di Kampala then baserekeze mutaye na sente zanyu but for us we didn't do that
kali kankwe babiri tumade chairman enganjani
areke kutuveha
yes hello
Hello.
Tata.
Mwebale kueleza ababiri.
Mwebale kuri video.
Chali nsima chemani wa inale moko. Ono musomesa Danieli.
Yes.
Oyire chikaguze change chikaguza chemani oku. Museveni wakubana alibata mu madistrict agandi.
Ego.
Kusinga madistrict agakusinga na yikirayo nibigerebye. Tukuruka nyowe nimanyira kurundi chegegwa district. Atugambire chegegwa district Museveni kikiye tukumutanga kuijamu habwaki natuma bana apata nawe habwaki nabandi habwaki watakuikira kandi aganda ma district na ikamu nibigerebye.
President waitu tukurugama tita kwenda kuija kuna district chonka ine program yewe rahika naja kuija ejo kurora ije rakabasereye kuija chonka yasangwa ine program wenda handi icho riba katika prime minister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reka tuseme no tumalirize. Nenda kwena message kuna ba YouTube ubundi zimali ezo. Onagambire niwe Godfrey Kasule agambire ngo how can we say that we are independent when our country is still depending on borrowing money from European countries?
Ate uko muhogo
busate ho
bana ba World Bank abatomwe bakujya kutasira babagambo bane batuho bakujya habariki kabuwa bayahuriye statement yarubaze rwa president rwabayina abaza government ene iturongera isingiro gwetwazo kwikira hati cyate depending amuna sentence kuruga heru hati ne sentence zaito icyo kuroranka sentence za PDF ituzeho ziri kwihoza sentence zaito hano mu Uganda.
So
Kali. Now chairman ekaguzote gumizamo agambere ngo for example Uganda has a big debt of China and it's planning to borrow to supplement our budget. Then too, the money that we use is printed from foreign countries. Can't Uganda print its currency within Uganda?
Who is that?
No,
ebintu bingi kwa twalitungera independence twalibana government zikusaranga government yenwero oswa kwetanga nejo mitu akoyire bikini kandi kintu ekindi kakuba sentence babi printing hano uyafasangira so akole kyakwena. It is not only here Uganda, even other countries niko bakukora abulozire tukurugama nti hano tugure cyome but for safety kandi abantu bikarugayi batayikwasiro batazagataga yire bakakora kintu nakini akwese ntwenda courses ikintu cya certificate kikwendwa market.
Okay. Amasimu galemaye tu.
No, chinake. Amasimu maingi but nyine cyakubaza cya sente norakimont even anti bokorora ebinte bikwatagana area huro lya sente zete kamaso banks han amazima gari tuyine banka yone ukora cyo gama umuntu atayire sente zi nti azine obusobozi kuzimanyira network mukozesa Stanbic Bank eri mu South Africa manya Cairo International eri Cairo mu Egypt okroze omuntu nabata kugira ubusobozi ha sente ze iyo no manyota bayitemereho baziriyo akapapura akamwatuletire technology no mara ko kurora balance no kateka mu nsaho nikasimuka
ekipe kikwenda kusobora abakozi bintu reality barabaya yahuyire miliyoni 5 bakakoreza miliyoni 3 mukika 5
no
sente zo yakora ndizo bakwa akoreka kubaza nkoteneza abantu then kuteki ama company agaize ekagagura bank space for example Centenary
yes
Centenary no juranko kuyisire
ekatanikira mchiao
na kweleza kwa Centenary baki mukora Centenary abaki tena no tukwahura ati headquarters zai zirahara no ndantabalizei baki no teki wala ya hiro pesa kwa tanga Centenary italimu timage yena musafu kigegwa saka ile kigegwa saka oyahora mitwara yawe tano no gena ino sangikaro
no isangayo
no ate kitu kwa nobaza bazekite cyo kuba norora ndikini ni kibaza nikiteko kuba nikioleka ku nditukatunga obwetwaze.
Yes, chairman. Inya hamurembe gulo gwakara hacharoho UCB. Akamwakoze saga nke mitendere Uganda nkukwayoleka sako nizakukana naziri. Nti mwatunga obutabo obwanyu akawagenda goye yahura omwakatwaraga mu banka aho hano kyegegwa Ekyererezi haisa zawo. Ekyombeke kitakarugira aho niho yari yaitu UCB. Mwaletaga obutabo obwo bakuhandikiramu namuri mu systemu osigara munebo wagendaga muka omanya nti kulika kuba obwakaiso bubura naiwe ino bwawe hati kasumikana habwe byoma byakali magezi omuntu kino mutacyagira bwakaiso obwe oyiro nagumira hari biri ebyoma.
Okay, hati ingonza mfoleke nti nkokuwazaiwe niko kusana saheli ukabanza kubanza bakulera
hati yazota
kueneza anything ekurakuranamu kuine kugenda n'omulende ogwese ekurakuranamu norora buli twatwine safe buno bwokunyiga buti hati nuzine computer sokukirora buli tukatwine emundu eyagibwa muka amasata asatu hati twine twine mota ukirora banyetekereze ati yesiko kugena nekura utatekereza twatungire independence mukaga debiri nati liko kusana nkayungo koko kusana ngo kuwazaiwe nibakubera era hatahe kano ko batakuba atazini no but that is what you now that when the development of the world changes even you.
Chairman awe bale bono dakika 2 otoraga abantu tugondezo kwara kurungi
abagondeza na independence
yo muto bono mwebale abantu bategekwa mwebale kugale kiro kinu kurungi kandi bagondeza kurora nti nabarabali mu kuchakara baitu mu chakale kurungi bongiro mukotaragire omaraga genda utimanye nteje bayire nsovya kukoso wako borugiro omuka waleka barali muka ali muka ikalire iwagenda kusara rundo wiwo mteje wagenda kuchakara utabalize abo independent kumaita tobe mujemu kumaita no butamanyire cya kutayino mu bufumbo ekintu cya kandi na ninyongera kutereza abantu atente za PDM zenkora korana zirizo kunywa kandi tukuri kuitunga mu maka ikareta muti
ubutabanguka
kwa stazi na kutunga umuntu akugamba mukazona mugambo mu rugamu ingena kuteka mu duka ukane bagera ku materi abukandiro mu rugamu ati handi ati bampanyire sente ingena kuteka mu ebintu ati mutegena mu amagezi yinja bagende mwero si barabiringaniza mwero si hano ayije wikasanga cyegeye kandi ni mariri kindi ninda mukazi wange atenyi cyeka kapuyo
kanyambugu
korale koronji nabacyara banga abandi abangira
kale yebale munatenyi
nimba gondeza obusinge mugumeni musajika yoweri kaguta museveni ari kurakurana omuyihangare tutine yo muntu wondi okwica wewe bali tugamba twagire
webale chairman webale chairman abwakayire kandi mali no kwabaza unaitwe bigambe bibirunge abwakayitwa gwa mukatubiro bitwakire still watwaya kayire kawe kandi tukusima uno chairman webale kwa muta fikire
Britop management mwebale kutwikiriza
tungera
yakayire kana kachege akachegegwa sako kabayire kahoyireyo aitumwa twikiriza abo bukuru obwe kiro kino akandi nekigendero kyayo ningiro muto no gurukiro mukuru cyo maisa hara yabanayoleka ari mbere bagama betagaki a free economy be in charge ko gabiro kabayire akadanka agambe sustaining a united and progressive nation taking charge of our future as a free nation Tumasa nuko kwangira bali byabana bazao yawe mwana mtakutoa mtureke we are taking charge of our what our future
kale dakatuka kutoka video good evening Uganda tekana kusabati na independence member of parliament wa chaka senso wale matombraita mote na muhimu mwingi mno na za watu wa wangi UN wana kile semo